In this video, I'm going to give you the keys to working step 11. Are you new in recovery and looking to understand the 12 steps, or are you a sponsor taking someone through the steps for the very first time? Doing step work is part of a balanced recovery program, or taking someone through the steps can be a daunting process, but it really doesn't need to be. I'm Tim Westbrook. I'm the founder and CEO of Camelback Recovery and Camelback Integrated Health and Wellness here in the always sunny and always sober Scottsdale, Arizona. And I'm here to break it down for you so that you can get a jump start on your recovery from addiction. If you haven't seen it yet, do yourself a favor and go back and watch my top 3 secrets to understanding step 11. This is my next video, how to work step 11. Firstly, just a reminder, what does step 11 say? Sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood him, praying only for knowledge of his will for us and the power to carry that out. In my last video, I discussed the importance of a regular conscious contact with God and the value of prayer, which is talking to God, and meditation, which is listening to God. As promised, I now want to unpack what that looks like for me and what it can look like for you too. First, let me start by saying that in order to work step 11, you need patience. You're not going to kneel down and pray and suddenly get all of the answers in a download from God. Just like you aren't going to attend your first yoga class and suddenly become a yoga guru or a certified yoga teacher. Give yourself a break and remember that the act of willingness, making time in your day to make that conscious contact with God, is half the battle. And quite honestly, those messages sometimes for me come through prayer and meditation, and they come from God and from my own thoughts as a result of sitting quiet. I also get the messages typically when I'm in a flow state. And a lot of times I'm in a flow state. It's easier for me to get to a flow state through exercise, through a long run, through a yoga class, through a long hike. And that's when I get to the flow state, and that's when the thoughts come through me. So the first thing, now the second thing to remember and really celebrate actually is that this is your spiritual journey. This is your higher power relationship. Keep an open mind as you experiment with daily meditation techniques or forms of prayer that others in recovery recommend to you. You don't have to start attending the same church you went to as a kid or joining a religion that is somewhat aligned with your value system now. No, you get to choose. So here again, take your time. Step 11 offers us the chance to live a life that is more aligned with God's plan for us. What do you want your obituary to say? What would you do if you only had 24 hours left to live? What if money was no object? These are the existential ponderings we get to consider in step 11 that allow us to recalibrate our life's plan. And that plan can change too. My years in recovery have seen me do triathlons, hike the Grand Canyon, rim to rim to rim, study yoga, become a certified yoga teacher, start a new business, do red light therapy, do ice baths, all in the name of developing my spiritual fitness. And that's the big part of step 11. Your morning routine is probably something that you want to lock in right away if you haven't already got that in place. Starting your day by making your bed with some morning prayer and meditation, a gratitude list, and maybe some exercise to get started on a solid morning routine is an easy way to get started. There are many mindfulness apps that can assist you, and there are many, many ways for you to explore your conscious contact with God or your higher power, whatever you call them. What can you look forward to with an improved conscious contact with God? Well, I go to bed feeling super excited about the next day, knowing I get to make space for my higher power and remind myself of how I can be of service to others. You start to ride the crest of a spiritual wave that offers you serenity and an enlightenment that will hopefully ensure you never want to go back to those old using ways, lying, stealing, and cheating. You do need to create the environment, though. And maybe this is a corner of your bedroom where you can erect a shrine and a yoga mat with some of the meaningful things in your recovery. Or maybe it's just a chair in your living room. Or maybe it's a pillow or a cushion. Perhaps you have a quiet place where you can go and reflect, or it can be outside. I remember when I first got clean and sober, I had a little fish pond in my backyard with a little waterfall, and I had a swing next to my fish pond, and I would go sit out there next to my pond and listen to the water. It was very peaceful, very serene, and that was what worked for me. Step 11 is practically about creating an environment devoid of distractions where you can tune out the noise and open your mind. As you do this, your heart will open and you'll begin to hear God talking to you. Little opportunities or reminders might present themselves. Things like, when last did I call my parents? Or how did I demonstrate kindness to a stranger today? Or how was I of service today? As we answer these questions, we demonstrate our conscious contact with God. We find joy in being unshackled from our addiction and get a real kick out of being on a higher spiritual plane. At least I do, anyways. I'd encourage you to explore the width and breadth of your spiritual journey before committing to a spiritual practice you are confident you can keep. This can be a combination of mindfulness techniques, morning meditation, evening prayers, yoga workouts, nature hikes, or a walk on the canal, church attendance, recovery meetings, and quiet time alone in your room before you go to bed and when you wake up in the morning. Once you have demonstrated to your sponsor that you have a plan in place that allows for your conscious contact with God, and once you have put that plan into action, you have taken step 11. But you'll also then keep taking step 11 every single day. God, tell me what to do. Join me for my next video in this series of I Love Being Sober, where I will offer my 3 secrets on understanding step 12. I'm Tim Westbrook, and I hope that our paths cross again in my next video.
If you found this video to be of value, be sure to like it, subscribe to our channel if you want to see more videos, leave a comment if you have a question, if you've got something to say. Camelback Recovery provides treatment services for people struggling with mental health, mental illness, addiction, alcoholism. So if you or someone you know is struggling, be sure to reach out to us. You can go to our website, camelbackrecovery.com, or our information is in the comments section below. And we provide everything from detox, inpatient, outpatient treatment, sober living, recovery coaching, sober companion services. So either we'll be able to help you or we'll be able to refer you to people or treatment centers that might be a better fit. So I will see you in the next video.